So hello guys, welcome to my channel Comicia. Today I am going to tell you the comics of Batman Annual 2nd Part first. So before I start the comics, let's roll the intro. So let's start the comics. So in the first page of comics we see Batgirl secretly coming into the Batcave and stole the Batman's car. And in the next page we see Batman fighting with a villain, and Alfred says to Batman with the help of earpiece, Master Bruce. And Bruce says busy later. And Batgirl says, yes, I am aware of your current business. However, I thought you should be made aware. And Alfred says that it seems we have a problem. And Batgirl says, with the car. They are Alfred and Batgirl are both in very different places, so they are not talking to each other. And in the next scene we see Batman car crashed into a bar, and the old man screamed, shouted, the Batmobile! And Batman arrived and looking at the car, and Alfred asked to Batman, how does the car look, sir? And Batman says, the Batmobile will be fine. And Alfred says, Batmobile, sir? Is that what we are calling it? And then Batman says, there's a mouse. She left a mouse. And mouse says, squeak, squeak. And then of course in the next page we see later after that scene, Bruce came to home, and Alfred says, sir, I thought we agreed today would be a day of rest. Last night when I turned him over to Gordon, Nigma asked, what has been played? I believe it's a code. Convert the letters to numbers. And sir, you have a not milled concussion, a bruised rib, and a serious abdominal laceration. Riddler is in jail. You should be in bed. And then Bruce says, the look on his face as he said it, as he was taken away, he was satisfied, content. You know that look, Alfred. Then Alfred says, yes, Master Bruce, I believe I saw it once, many years ago. And then Bruce says, what has been played? Wait, Francis what? The second baseman for the Gotham Knights? Didn't he miss the last start? He is telling Batman, tell that by seeing the note. That was right, Alfred, to decode the pattern. And then Bruce says, the pen is gone. And Alfred says, is it? Shall I alert the Superman? Or her face we might look under the sofa. And Bruce says, she's here. And Alfred says, sir? And a sound came, meow. And Bruce says to Alfred, dining room. And then Bruce ran into the dining room. And when Bruce arrived to dining room, he says, stop. But there is nothing. and the sound came. She left the room and says no. And then Batman going in behind her and said, I'm going to catch you. And she said, no, you are not. And Batman said, this is ridiculous. And she says, that you think you can catch me? I agree. And then Bruce said, I'm going to catch you. And then she said, no, you are not. And then Batman again says, I mean to tell you, I wanted to be nice. Why no? After what happened with the car. And she says, so I called the cops on myself before I broke in, which I think is very generous. Anyway, they should be pulling up right about now. And won't they be excited to see me go right out the front window? Oh, and won't they be surprised to see you follow Bruce Wayne? And then Bruce was surprised. And then she jumped from the window and says, bye bye Bat, thanks for the pen. And all the officer who is standing on the road pulling gun on him, but they can't shoot it. And scene shift to Batman. Bruce Wayne. He says, there she is. I got her. Stop, miss, stop. We have her. Put your hands where I can see them. Wait, don't. You can't. How did she? Can't anyone? That's not. Does anyone see her? Alright, scan the area. I want roadblocks. I want dogs. She does not get away. Squeak, squeak. And a rat says, squeak, squeak, squeak. And Bruce Wayne again says, move people, move. I need this yesterday. Stop standing and move, damn it. No, she's getting away. She is not getting away. And later about that incident, Batman in his Batcave checking into the computer and says, the new alarm I installed, 4 of them failed, but the 5th redundancy, she's back. And Alfred says, I will hide the pencils. And Batman says, she is in the bedroom. I have locked the doors and the gates. There's no way to get out. It's over. And Alfred says, please let her know if she leaves another mouse. It is only proper to leave some money. Feed the bloody thing. And then Batman going to bedroom and says, so, and the Batgirl says, so the safe you hide but don't hide well. The one behind the Goya. That's full of pretty jewels and quite a bit of money. And then Batman arrives there and says, you are trapped. And then Batgirl says, but the safe you hide very well. The one behind your 5th redundancy. And Batman says, it would be best if you surrendered peacefully. And Batgirl says, in that safe, all we have is a pearl, a single rather scratched pearl. And then Batman says, you can't take it. And Batgirl says, why? And Batman says, it was my mother's. And then Batman says, she died. And Batgirl says, I know. And Batman says, everyone knows. And Batgirl says, yes, everyone knows. But I know. And Batman says, you shouldn't be here. And Batgirl says, my parents, my mother, she left. And growing up here in Gotham, I was a stray. I was alone, like you. After they left, after a while, did you ever have that moment where you don't know anything else, where you almost like this life? You like being by yourself, and then you think maybe it's better, maybe it's okay, and then you hate yourself, you hate everything because it's okay. And then Batgirl again says, why do you dress up like a bat? And Batman says, why do you dress up as a cat? And Catwoman says, I like cats. Everyone likes cats. They are soft. Who likes bats? And then Batman says, no one. You shouldn't be what everyone likes. And Catwoman says, you want people to be scared of you. And Batman says, it helps. And Catwoman says, I am not scared of you. And then she said by coming Batman's very close with his lips. Very close with Batman's lips. And Batman says, no, you are not. And she says, do you know why I am not scared? And Batman says, I do. And Catwoman says, does that scare you? And Batman says, yes, it does. And Catwoman says, so you are scared of a cat? And he says, I shouldn't I be? And she says, of course not. Remember, everyone likes cats. And he says, right, because they are soft. And Catwoman says, And then Catwoman says, why do we fight? Why don't we not fight? And Batman says, you steal things, you are a criminal. And Catwoman says, you being a masked vigilant of the night, that's completely illegal. And Batman says, I'm trying to help. And Catwoman says, are you? Well then, so am I. Please, you shouldn't touch my belt. Batman says this. And then Catwoman run by making an explosion. And Batman says, no. And then Batman again says, Alfred, she set off one of my smoke bombs. I can't check the computer, the doors, the locks, are they holding? And Alfred says, no sir. And Batman says, is there any sign of the Catwoman where she went? And Alfred says, no sir. And Batman says, damn it. And then a mouse taking the pearl of Batman's mother says, squeak, squeak. And then later about that incident, Alfred make a mouse in the cage and singing the song, some of these days you will miss your honey. Some of these days you will feel so lonely. You will miss my huggies. You will miss my kisses. You will miss me, honey. When you go away, I feel so lonely, just for you only. For you are no honey, you have had your way. And when you leave me, I know you will grieve me. You will miss your little honey. So Batman Part 1 Annual Second Part 1 has been ended. Hope you guys are enjoyed. So goodbye. Thanks for watching.